We're on day 2 of our team-based tactical look. Let's just jump in and see how this one did. This one is called the 4-4-2 Classic MANU GEGEN. Of course, Manchester United, they did test it out with Manchester United getting 95 points, topping the league with 107 goals. Now, it does say in the description the perfect balance between attack and defense. So, we're going to check it out with our three teams, Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League, and our championship side of Ipswich Town. So, with all that said, let's dive in and see how our Premier League teams did. Now, I will go in first and foremost saying if you took control of these tactics, you could do anything better than this, pretty much. Liverpool in fourth place is not great, 77 points. I am just doing a flat holiday sim throughout the entire thing. My coaches and assistant managers are taking care of everything for me. But if you dive in, you take care of every match, your training, your transfers, you could do better than this. Aston Villa on 83 points is actually really nice for them. 83 goals, 96 for Liverpool, so it does have the attacking side to it. But defensively, it looks like Liverpool kind of faltered a bit. Diving into Aston Villa's domestic cup schedule, since they are on top in the league, Carabao Cup quarterfinals, they drop out to Burnley 0-2, and they drop out to Liverpool in the FA Cup fourth round 0-2 as well. However, they have a fantastic time through the Europa Conference League final with one single blemish against Fiorentina, but 6-1 over Atletico Pamplona in the Conference League final. That's pretty nice. So overall, this was a pretty darn good season for Aston Villa. Second place in the league, winners of the Conference League, not bad. Quarterfinals, Carabao Cup, fourth round of the FA Cup. The only real bad blemish, I guess. They've got some green in there, which is nice to see. But 31 goals for Ollie Watkins, 27 for Diaby. Very well done for those front two. 20 assists for Douglas Luiz, 13 for John McGinn. And then average rating, Ollie Watkins with a 7.38. Now, switching over to Liverpool, Carabao Cup quarterfinals 1-2 against Manchester City is where they drop out. We saw them beat Aston Villa in the fourth round of the FA Cup. They got all the way to the quarterfinals. 0-2 against Crystal Palace is where they drop out. They do get to the final of the Europa League, unfortunately losing out in extra time to Copenhagen. So overall, this is definitely a season to forget for Liverpool. They got runners-up of the Europa League, quarterfinals of both the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, but fourth place, yeah, they need to do a bit better here. And squad-wise, it shows in the green that they have, unfortunately, the lack of green, I should say. But 32 goals for Salah, 28 for Nunez, 20 for Jota. So they definitely did some good attacking numbers. Assists, Trent with 18, 16 for McAllister. And then average rating, Cayman Keller gets in there, but Salah with a 7.40. Data hub for Aston Villa actually doesn't look too bad. They've got some numbers that they're probably down a little bit in. Goals, they're usually not up there anyway. Defensively, yeah, they're actually lacking in the top pieces in some other areas. So overall, it looks like they're down a bit in the numbers, but 2.18 goals per game, 1.08 conceded, 1.38 XG against. That conceded per game is pretty nice for them. Liverpool do show some serious attacking numbers. Very well done. The defensive pieces are where they're lacking severely. Usually they're up a little bit, maybe not all the way to the top, but still, they are definitely lacking some good numbers. 2.53 goals per game, 1.13 conceded, 1.37 XG against. Those numbers are definitely up from what they usually are. Premier League stats, Aston Villa getting second place with 2.18 points per game, Liverpool with 2.03. Most goals, Liverpool though do get 96, topping the charts, Aston Villa with 83 in second. Few shots against, Liverpool though in seventh, 354. We got most possession, 53% for Liverpool, 52 for Aston Villa. Most dribbles made, Aston Villa making the list with 632. And most shots for Liverpool with only 565. Usually they're upwards of at least 600 to thereabouts. Aston Villa with 480. So now, while Liverpool didn't do an awful job, both teams, Aston Villa and Liverpool, were in the top four. Ipswich is no different. 107 points, 129 goals. It is pretty nice for them. Unfortunately, diving into their domestic cups doesn't show the same. Carabao Cup second round, 0-1 against Chelsea. What are you going to do there? FA Cup fourth round, though, against AFC Wimbledon, 1-2. So overall, we've seen more points, we've seen more goals, but still, they top the league. They're coming to the Premier League next season without having to go through a playoffs. Yeah, the domestic cups, definitely forgettable. Squad-wise, they do have a couple of green, which is nice to see, but 29 goals for Hurst. I love seeing that. 18 for Connor Chaplin. Assists, Wes Burns this time with 23, 17 for Leif Davis, and then average rating, George Hurst gets up there with 7.30. Championship stats, 2.33 points per game in first for Ipswich. Most goals in first with 129, well above Leicester there. A few shots against in seventh with 426. Most dribbles made in eighth with 739, and most shots for in fourth with 622. But now the tactic itself. We start out with a sweeper keeper in support, fullbacks on the left and the right in attack, central defender in the left side in defend, a ball playing defender on the right in defend, two wingers, let's go back to wingers in support, an advanced playmaker in attack next to a ball winning midfielder in support, an advanced forward in attack on the left, and a deep lying forward in support on the right. Balanced mentality, in possession attacking with is fairly narrow. Approach plays pass into space, overlap on the left and the right, focus play through the middle, play out of defense, passing directness is shorter, tempo is slightly higher, mix crosses, work the ball in the box, and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly, distribute to the fullbacks, and take short kicks. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and step up more. But now how to do overall for these three teams? I mean, Ipswich Town not doing too bad with 107 points. Again, we've seen higher, but 129 goals is pretty nice. And if we look at Aston Villa and Liverpool, well, yeah, Aston Villa getting up there in the list. Second place is fantastic for them. Liverpool in fourth, not so much. I guess they just needed more of the attacking side. Again, for a Liverpool team, a 4-2-4 that we've covered before, several of them have done fantastic jobs. This time around, again, anything could have happened in this season. I'm doing nothing but the holidays, but if you took control of this, like I said before, you could definitely do better than this. And they're not too far off. They're 9 points off the top, so there is definitely room for you to get above that 86 that Tottenham got. But that is it for me, Sefin FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.